Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How's everything?
Well,
How'd you do on
I
the
have been
exam?
trying to uninstall Anaconda because the thing that stopped me from installing it the other day,
Yeah.
it's still been going on, so I was uninstalling it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys get your exam score by chance?
So I told, pardon me?
Did you guys get your exam score? I remember you were talking to me about that last time.
I sent the screenshot. Did you read it?
For the which one?
The last one where I showed you
What do you mean? For the homework?
for the final exam.
Let me see. I didn't see that one actually.
Oh, I didn't even send you this thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was today, like early wee hours.
Okay.
It, yeah, it was the last screenshot I sent you. I got very little marks.
Huh?
I got very little,
Like how much?
like 28.83 out of 50.
28.83. Let me see. Oh man, let me see. 28.83 out of 50.
Yeah, so like 57 point something percent. Because
Oh
he
wow.
said, yeah, so this is uninstalled. Finish. Okay, so I finish uninstalling it.
Okay. What did he say about can you make it up or?
I I don't think someone can make it up.
It's
I
probably only a small percentage though, right? Like you did well on the other ones.
well, my checkpoints were not really good marks. Some of my checkpoints were really horrible. My quizzes were really great because I was getting like 5/5. The least I ever got was
Okay.
4.67. But my checkpoints, which have 20% of the total marks,
Okay.
I didn't do well. The best I did was
Did you like what about the average for the class? What did you get?
he said before he put the marks, the day
Yeah.
before he put the marks, he had said that average was 80%.
Okay. Like for your average though.
For no, he has not put our average because
Okay.
he said
He's gonna
that
curve it. He's probably
it
gonna curve.
it looks like some people haven't sat for the exams.
They didn't start on the exam. What?
It looks like some people haven't sat for it. Maybe because he moved it from weekend to weekday.
Yeah.
I think some people were traveling for work.
And then
So
they,
I
they
think,
probably like had an extension.
yeah, so they have an extension. So that's he told us he's not gonna put the total grades until everybody and show us which answers were correct and which ones were not because
Okay.
some people haven't
Probably
done
like
it.
I think we that because we pretty much went really fast on the exam. Try emailing your professor, see like what your average was, and if you can get like a retake or something. I don't know.
What did you say?
Like see what your average is and see what you can do, what your options are.
Maybe I make an I can send him a note and tell him I want to make an appointment with him.
Yeah, because yeah, like I don't know what percentage your final exam is. So like maybe he can give you options of like what how you can do to pass the class. Because all you need is to pass the class.
Okay.
Okay. So like for the Python one, yeah, like can you show me what you have? I didn't take a look at what you sent me. Let me see.
The syllabus that I sent you.
Yeah, I did take a look at that. But like, can you show me what you have for the Python, and then we'll start like installing it.
Okay,
So
so
how far
Python.
did you get in the installation?
Well, I was doing an installation. It's just got finished now.
Okay.
Because every
And
time I try. Hmm,
okay. Um, so the Anaconda is already installed.
not yet.
Okay.
Anaconda was being uninstalled
What? Can I see? Why is it being uninstalled?
because I asked the teacher, and the teacher told me to uninstall it and then install it afresh.
For what?
He told me to install it afresh. If that, you remember where I was showing you, if I couldn't go past a certain point.
Okay.
Every time I try to click, it would say something like library.
Okay. Can I see your screen?
Yeah.
Let me see. I can probably guide you.
So now
Let me see.
I'm gonna
Okay.
install it afresh. Yeah, he told me to uninstall it.
Okay. What are you guys? Are you guys using Anaconda, or what are you using to do Python?
He said Anaconda, and then um, find Jupyter Note at the top right corner. Click button 3.
Okay. You need to install the one that what I had before. That should give you a Jupyter notebook.
Yeah, the one we were installing is the one the teacher wanted me to install, but I couldn't go past that place where it had like my
Right.
library, and
Try
every
doing it
time.
like it shouldn't be that way. The way I have it, like every single time it goes through. Maybe it's just try installing that again. I want to see. We have time, so
Okay, so just start afresh. Okay.
yeah. And then let
Mm.
me copy and paste the Jupyter notebook thing. Notebook installation using Anaconda. Okay. It should be the individual edition, right?
Mm,
The open source one, yeah.
this one.
Yeah, click on that one. And yeah, go down at the bottom. And then like the 64-bit.
Yeah, this is the one.
So I took a look at the first homework for this, like the very first two. The one that you sent the week one homework. So the very first two is actually just like something you have to. It's an opinion thing. And then the third one, that's the one that you have to run some Python scripts.
But that's the part I didn't get.
Okay. When is it due?
I have asked him. He said it's Friday, not Wednesday, because in his instructions he had said due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. But the
Okay.
class is on Thursday, so I asked him why are we turning in
Yeah.
assignment before class, before people talk about it. Then he said, "Oh, that's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be Friday."
Friday. That's good. So you have time. It's not hard. You just have to create like a vector and a list, and then I'll show you how to do that one. It's let's look at this week one. Export the results as an Excel. Yeah. So you don't really have to create an Excel. Like you don't have to read it. You could create it in Python, and then you have to export it in Excel. So we can do
So
that.
is Python using Excel, or what's going on with this Python thing?
So with Python, you're not going to use Excel. I'll show you how to create the data frame inside Python. And then after that, you have to export it to Excel. And it's just a command to Excel. And it will export your data frame that you created in Python to an Excel file. And it says here, please submit your Python script. So yeah, it's I'll show you how to do that as well. It's not hard. Just create 3 columns. Okay,
It really scares me because I think I was reading somewhere in his notes, Excel minor, Excel, and I was wondering now where are we going?
No, it's like if you look at number 3, it says create. You're in week 1, right? No, week 1 homework. Okay, it's done now. Try to click on that one.
Where did you go? Okay. Oh, you see, last time you didn't have this thing.
Okay, let me just read this first.
The first one?
No, not the first that says not recommended. Don't click that one. Wait. This will allow other access for Visual Studio.
What they're saying 3.8 and internet has 3.9.
Which one?
This thing here, Anaconda 3 as my default, Python 3.8.
Which one has 3.9?
Python. The internet.
It doesn't matter. 3.8, 3.9, there shouldn't have been it. Just install it. That's the one I usually go to. Okay. So.
Yeah, he had 3.82 on the notes, but internet, when I went, the internet.
It's probably more updated, but like there shouldn't be an issue because it's like 3.9, 3.8, that's like a minor. It's not like up to 4.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. You know, like I was thinking, so after we do this one, hopefully we can do some, because this week is gonna be really. I forgot to tell you, I won't be available until Friday.
Oh, okay.
Or Saturday, yeah. So I'll probably send you what I have.
Okay.
For week 1, and then let's just talk about it on Friday.
Okay.
And then maybe if today I'll show you how I would do it. And
actually, also you remember the other stuff that you were showing me that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't download anything for me, so I have nothing to practice with.
Which one?
It was the one that had everything, including the mean, the standard deviation stuff.
I sent that to you, right?
You said I didn't. What?
I sent that one to you, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't opened that thing yet.
Probably basics, yeah. Or which one? The Python one?
No, the other one.
Yeah, I sent I did send that to you.
Okay, sure. Then I'll open it. I haven't opened it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the Python one, once we get something working, I sent you the PDF, but then I'll send you a notebook again.
Okay.
Yeah. It got stuck here, if I remember. Was it getting stuck at this point?
Oh, installing took forever and ever. Even someone who was going downtown would go and come back and still find me sitting here.
That's crazy.
Because I told the teacher I needed help with it, and the teacher came on.
And he said uninstall it and reinstall.
Yeah, then he told me uninstall and then reinstall.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Can I see like, can you minimize this? Let's look at your computer settings, if you don't mind. Let's
no, I don't mind. I don't have anything crazy on my computer.
Okay. Let's go to File Explorer. Do you have a File Explorer? Can you look for that
Explorer?
one? File Explorer, yeah. What I want to know is what's your specs of your computer? Let's see. Where's the search? Go. Oh, there you go. File Explorer. Yeah, click on that one. Okay. What happened?
Where did it go?
Yeah, that's really weird. Try to do that again.
Oh, miracles. Yeah, to hide state. Oh, it's coming.
But
I think.
It's just super slow.
Yeah, I ordered a laptop last night, but I'm canceling it because
Oh,
I
you did?
was
Yeah.
having so many of them.
Which one did you look at?
I was looking at Asus
Solid state?
Slate Ryzen 7 Slate.
Okay, is it
But
solid state?
then,
Yeah.
yeah, solid state.
That's good. Yeah, just get
But
the regular
then
128 gig one. The 128
I'm
gig.
gonna cancel it. I'm gonna get Asus iCore 7 solid state instead.
Okay, what's the I? What's the I? Is it i7?
i7.
Okay, i7 right now is good. If you have like i9, it's
But
pretty.
what's the difference between i7 and iCore 7?
Oh, you should get iCore 7. It's just you have 4, so core times 7.
They
So
didn't have it. Yeah,
does
they
it
didn't
have?
have iCore 7.
You
I
have
checked
i7
out
only.
Walmart and Best Buy because I normally buy from Best Buy, but I
Same
didn't
here,
find
yeah.
something like that.
Okay, you're already here. Try to go to try maximize this. Maximize the window. I want to. Okay, try go to your this PC. This PC. Yeah, click on that one. Yeah. And then like right click your, actually yeah, right click your this PC, like this PC, right click that one.
This one?
Yeah, right click.
This one or this one?
The first one, It doesn't matter, but just click on that one, right click.
Okay.
No, try go back to the first one. What I want to know is go to properties. Properties. So right click properties. There you go. And then it should pop, your computer settings should pop up. Oh, you have 1 terabyte on this one. That's good. So it is a hard drive. Okay. Okay, so Asus Tech, and then you have the model not available. How come the processor is not available? That's weird. I have Core i7, 64-bit. Okay, so you have 64-bit. That should be the right one.
Okay.
But your processor is not showing up on your RAM. Why is that?
Yeah, this is missing.
Oh, there you go.
Why?
There you go. Oh, it's only i3. This one's only i3.
i3. Yeah, that's old.
It's pretty slow. i3 is pretty slow. 4 gig RAM. The one I would say, like if you were to get it, so get solid state, and the processor should be i7 core if you can get that core.
Okay.
And then your RAM should be at least 16.
iCore 7 RAM should be
16 gig.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I was bringing was 16 gig.
Good, that's a good one.
Yeah, but I'm taking it back because the review say that the keyboard, they say you can't tell what is written on it.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I do read those as well. It does give you more
Yes.
insight.
So the people were so mad, and I went through so many of them. So by the time I was choosing it, I didn't look at the review. I forgot to look at the reviews. I only look at the actual machine.
Yeah. always go back to the review.
Yeah.
But try to go back to the review and at least get those specs. Those are good specs for data analytics. Okay, let's take a look at the Anaconda. Oh,
Where did it go?
I think it's on the last one. It
It's
moved a
this
little.
one?
It moved a little bit. It's just really. It's just like really slow.
Yeah, really, really slow. But anyway, I'm solving that slowness problem. So
Should
next
be
week we won't have slowness issues anymore.
okay. It
Because
shouldn't be an issue that much. Let's see. Let me think if there's like an online like Python. Because there's sometimes you could write things online with Python. Free online
you can
editor. Oh, here we go. Here's a free one. There's actually a free one, which is good.
the teacher says
Try type this in Python online compiler.
your Python is ready there.
Just type in like. Let me see. Print.
This system is really slow. This is serious.
Okay, try to. Can you on your Google, try go to Google.
Okay.
And then type in Python.
I never knew I could cross paths with a Python in my life. Oh, boy.
You've heard it before, right?
Yeah, but the actual snake, I don't like that.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I mean, I've never seen it besides the zoo, and anaconda as well.
Yeah, I'm scared to death. I can't see those
Okay.
that animal.
I don't even know why it's called Python, honestly.
I don't know why
Python,
they chose this name.
Python, and then online compiler.
Why is my computer now even misbehaving? Just typing Python.
It's because of the thing you're downloading.
Oh, because of Anaconda thing down.
Yeah, type in online compiler. Online.
Type online.
Yeah, online compiler editor, or like online editor. Just type in that online, online editor.
Oh, editor.
Yeah, and then just search for that. What we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna have you work on like an online editor, so we can like start the week one, like at least the.
So enter this one or
Yeah, enter.
enter this one.
Yeah. And then like go on the first one on the bottom right there. The first one, Python online IDE editor. Not that one, the first one. That guy, yeah. So that's the one that we want. Okay, so now let's type some few things. So like in the middle right here, where the white spot is, you can actually type it, and then the black is your console. Let's see. It's taking so long. Okay. There you go. It's almost there.
Oh, and another thing while we're waiting for this to load up.
Yeah.
You remember my bootstrapping assignment?
Yeah. What did you guys get?
I got 8.5 over 10. He said that he would have wanted a histogram instead of the curve.
Instead of what?
And then instead of a curve.
R?
Yeah, R, yeah. In that particular bootstrapping thing.
Did we do a histogram, or you could do a histogram out of what we had?
We I'll show you why you say.
Okay. Let's see. Hmm.
You see this one here?
Okay. Click on it. Let's see what he did. Some comments. Let's look at this one. A histogram, not a normal curve. I know what he's saying now. Okay, yeah, you could have done a histogram, yeah, instead of like the actual p norm curve. Are backward graded in the alternative. Stay and justify your choice of alpha. I think you put in alpha, right? How would you convey what you've learned from these intervals to Tony? Did you put in the answers to that one?
I don't remember.
It was so fast, so
Yeah, it was real quick
yeah.
because remember they were really late and there were many.
Yeah. As long as you got something high, it's not bad. 8.5. I
Yeah,
know what he's saying. So
you know what he's telling me?
yeah, he's pretty much wanting you to do the histogram, and then the hypothesis and the alternative are switch. So yeah, well, for that one, and then the third thing here is he wants you to convey in words what you did.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you got like, I mean, it's not bad. Okay, let's go back to the Python online thing. This one's I don't know why this thing a lifetime.
This thing is taking forever.
Yeah, and you need to get this working. Let's see.
Okay, let's go back to the little Python thing.
Just read what you're supposed to do here. Create a data frame containing 10 customers. S1, S2, S3. And stores are called S1, S2. In this data frame, create 3 columns. Okay. I see what he's saying. Okay, so this one should work. Type in like import random.
What should I do?
Here, I'll show you first. Let me show you first. And I kind of just try to follow. Do you see my screen?
No.
Let me see if I'm sharing the right one.
Is it the one?
Do you see my screen? Right here?
Yeah, now I see your screen.
Okay, so type in import random. Import random, and then because that's what he wants you to do, random numbers.
Type random.
And then let's see. And then in there, you want to create a data frame with, let's see, the column names. S1, S2, S3. So create like column names. Like what I'm doing here, like for line 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then type in like, this is like for maybe sales 1. cells 2, and then cells 3. Cells 3. Oh yeah, you have to, let me see if this is import pandas. So we have to also import pandas. Import pandas as PD. We'll comment these guys out. Okay, that's good. Did you try to do this as well?
No, I hadn't done anything about it.
Yeah, try to type in what I have right here.
So I'm gonna type it where now? Because I have nothing to type it on.
Where you have the white screen in there. Just type in import.
Oh, this white screen here?
Yeah. You should see the same coloring scheme.
Well, it's only your screen, so I won't be able to type anything.
Do you see something similar to what I have right here? Look, the one that we went into, the Python online compiler.
Is it the black one?
No, the white one, the white screen. It's the white screen.
The white screen, the only white screen I have is your screen. The other thing that is here is a black screen with white writing.
Yeah, the white screen is the one in the middle, right? Right?
Yeah, but the one where you are writing.
Yeah, just type that in. Type whatever I have right here.
Okay. So.
Okay.
You cannot start screen share. Okay.
Okay, so I have that. The next thing.
It won't let me type.
Is it stuck?
Yeah, it won't let me type.
Data frame. I'm gonna have let's see this one. So this one, I'm gonna have column names. And then my index is gonna equal, what was it, S1, S2, S3, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. Is it allowing you to type now? S8. It's probably because you're downloading or you're installing that guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it won't let me. When I put my cursor, there's just the arrow.
That's crazy. Okay. Oh, yeah, columns. You have to put in columns, obviously. Columns. Comma. Columns equals, what do I want to put in here? This will be sales. Let me see. So you have names, column, df, pd.dataframe, dataframe, column names, index, and then let's see, ab. Shouldn't be on A, B. For each cell, cells one. Is it allowing you to type now? Cells
No, it's still the arrow.
Cells one. He wants you this to have 10 to 100. It says here, create 3 columns called cells 1, cells 2. So the values of the cells 1 should be a random number from 10 to 100. So 10 to 100. I'm going to append it to cells 1. Cells 1. And then, of course, indent these guys. So run it. Awesome. So we got something. Do you see this?
Where's the console?
Console's the black thing.
The black one is a console.
And then this is the script in the middle, the white.
Ah.
Yeah, but this is not the ordinary one. This is just so if you can't, because you could save this. You could save, let's see, add files, download as zip right here.
Mm-hmm.
So like after you do this, but I'm just trying to show you how to do the number 3. So like, let's try to look at number 3 for your week 1 homework. The cells
My
2.
number 3, let's see.
Cells 2 is this guy. Let's see. So this one, how many are you supposed to have in there? 10 customers. Does it matter how many cells? Maybe it's up to you. It doesn't tell you how many. So I'm just gonna put in like 5. $100 to $500. Are you looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for cells 2, I have these guys. So 100 to 500. In cells 3, it doesn't tell you how many, so I'm just gonna have 5. And then so this one is 1,000 to 10,000. 3, 3. Okay. So now you have 3 sales columns, right? 3 columns. But I think this is part B. If you look at 3B,
Mm-hmm.
and then like for these stars are called, let me think, 10 customers. Oh, does he want 10 of these then? I think it seems like you need 10 of these. I think that makes sense if you have 10 of them. Because you have 10 stores. So there's 10 of them, okay. And then for each one of those, let's try create the data frame now. So from the cells 1, cells 2, cells 3, that's going to be the names. So df equals pd.dataframe. Let's just create one of them for now. Let's just put cells 1. And the index is going to be what if I put in like index is going to be S1, S2, let's just put a comma here. Columns equal name is cells 1. S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, S7, S8, S9, S10. let's output the df. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
So now I have 10 guys, and it's cells 1, right? It looks like a table, right?
Right.
Now let's actually make that what he wants. So that's just only one column. Let's put in. I think you could put in more than one. If I remember 3. And then here, let's make it cells 1, 2, and cells 3. Okay, that doesn't work. Let me think. How do you pass in multiple things? Oh, it's a list. So let's see. So you on this guy, you have to put in list of zip of 1, 2. Let's run this guy. And look, that's what we want, right? That's what we want, right?
So now we have more columns.
Yeah, so that's how you do that one. I think that's what he wants. If you look at create 3A, create a data frame mydf consisting of 10 customers. Let me actually put mydf in there. Oh shoot.
Yeah, he said mydf.
Mydf, and then I'm gonna put mydf print mydf. So you have mydf S1 to S10, S1 to S10.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this cells column, cells 2, cells 3. These are all random numbers. Cells 1 says from 10 to 100. Cells 2 is from 100 to 500. Cells 3 is 1,000 to 10,000. And now let's look at 3C. Compute the row mean values of cells. The row mean value. Also, you want the row. So the next one is you want the mean. So my df mean equals it would be df cells 1, and then you do plus df of cells 3, cells 2, plus df of cells 3, and you divide it by 3. Let's look how this works. And then I want to print my df. There's a name error. Oh no, it's not df, it's my df. My df. Forgot about that. My df. My df. There you go. So that's the mean. That's the mean, right? Let's actually check if it's actually the mean. 115 plus 450. 450 plus 5799 divided by 3. That looks like that's the right one, right? For this guy.
Right, okay.
Okay, so that's C. Let's look at D. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain each step. Let me just try to finish the up to E.
Right.
So the next thing is export the results as an Excel file. So in order to do that, you just have to do two. Take a look at, I think it's like number 7. Was it number 7? Let's look at number 6.
Yeah, I'm very tired. Yeah, I've just been dragging myself.
What is that? Oh, here you go. So like in order for you
Is
to
this the table?
yeah, this is actually Jupyter Notebook. So he wants you to do it in an Excel file, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you have to type something similar to this. So my df to Excel, and he wants you to name it. And then I guess let's make it, what's the name of this guy? 01 my Excel df. And then where is it going to print it though? That's the normal name open situation file. So main.py. Let me see what it says. So my df to Excel should, so if you go to XLX, okay, that looks about right. Okay, if you actually put this where, let's try this here.
Okay.
This is usually where I have, wait, once you have Jupyter Notebook, this is how it looks like. It says Jupyter here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you actually install it, you're gonna, this is where you're gonna be working.
So what's the relationship between this Jupyter and the Python? What's
Jupyter
going
is,
on?
so Jupyter is a way for you to visualize Python.
Mhm.
It's called an interpreter.
Mhm.
And Python is just the language. What it does is after you, like if you take a look over here, it has Python. So like this is Python right here.
All right.
And then the reason why you have Jupyter is it's just like it's like an amplifier. Like so how you have Python or a projector. Like you have Python, it projects whatever is the language that you're using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just a medium for you to see what Python is doing live.
Oh, okay.
So let me actually put in the code that we have in here. And let's see where I'm gonna save this. Because sometimes it does this weird thing. Like it saves it somewhere. Let me actually create a, oh, it's in here. Okay, that's good, it's in there. So let's call this like week one. What's this class number called?
It's 4796
Let's
data
just call it like
management.
DM, data
Yeah,
management.
DM. Mhm.
Week
DM
one,
week one.
week one, okay. Script, Python, script. All right, so if you run this whole thing, see it does the same thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's so much cleaner. You can actually, if you want, you can do this. My df. So you see how like it looks weird? Like you can actually do two frame. I think you can do this. Or if you did like cells one. So you can visualize it like this. Okay, let's see if something outputted. Something should have outputted out here. Here we go. It's right here. There's your
Oh.
there's your Excel file.
Oh.
So like if you look back to, I'll show you how. I'm just trying to like go to the end of this. So if you see this one right here,
Mhm.
if you open this, like you know how like we have that guy in Python, right? But
Right.
look now, this is an Excel.
Oh, so
Isn't
this
that
is how
nice?
it looks like in Excel. Okay.
Doesn't this look nice compared
Yeah.
to
Very nice and pretty.
this, which is like what you're trying to do here is it's easy to do calculations in Python versus Excel. Excel is kind of like
Okay.
more like now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just use it to output. It's like it's like a PDF.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But Python is everything that we're gonna be doing our calculations in. Okay, so that was one of them. What was the next thing that you have to do? In addition, export the same result as a CSV. Okay. The next thing is it wants you to export as a CSV, right?
Right.
So all you have to do is change this to Excel to CSV, to CSV. And then it's the same name. The only thing is this extension, the XLSX, is going to be CSV.
Mm-hmm.
CSV is comma separated value, right? You know that one. So the only thing that changes is this guy. And then you run the same thing. What happened here? What number are we on? Oh, because I have it open. When you have it open, you can't write to it. Okay, let's go back to see if we have that. So we have both CSV and XLXX now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're done. That's it. That's all you have to do, right?
Okay.
Oh, it says oh, he wants you to, it's the wrong name actually. He wants you to name it my CSV. There you go. And then let's run it. Here you go, my CSV. It's right here.
Yeah, okay, my CSV.
And then so that's it. That's number 3. Hey,
Okay.
let me explain how I got that though. This is as
All
a,
right.
he wants you to turn it in as a py file and a .word, as a Word file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that shouldn't be that bad. For me, I usually just use this to write my words as well. Because in Python, it's not just code. One of the nicest things about Python is you know how like we create code here,
Mm-hmm.
but then you can change this to like a markdown. And like for example, what if you want to like data management, right? And then we
Mm-hmm.
want look at this one. So look, it's words now.
Ah.
And then maybe like you want to talk about like putting one here, like suppose I don't know if I can copy. Okay, I can. Okay, so let me just write that guy in here, right? What if I wanted to do this? And this is like your assignment. You know, right there. Look, there's words in here. And then like you can technically just type your response here, whatever you want.
Okay.
And then you can turn in something like this instead of using like what he says to. It's really simple. I mean, that's what I like about Python is yeah, you can do your report here. You can do your code here. It's really nice. Do you want to see something that like I've done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see where it is. I was just doing this yesterday, actually. Let's see. Let's see. Is it in here? I guess yeah. We could take a look at this. So this is like a pharmaceutical program,
Mm-hmm.
and like this is like I mean, we'll get to this point, but what I'm trying to do here is I'll just show you. So I have this, and I have this. You know, I got some mean and medians and modes, and then I'm gonna try plot them now. This is me plotting it. A bunch of other stuff. You can do a pie chart. It's really what I like about Python is the graphics. The graphics looks really attractive. Look at this.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Look at that. Look at that. And
Wow.
then look at that. Look at this one. I can even show you. There's a bunch of other ones. You can create your own. That was a pharmaceutical one? PySam. Not that one. Let's go to Pi product. This is number 5. Let's go to number 5. So this other one, you could put images. So remember I told you can write words.
Mm-hmm.
So look, if I click on this, it's a bunch of code. But like, once I output it, it's like Word, right? Like Word document. You can put
right.
you can like bold things, put bullets, put numbers, and then after that you can put your code in, right? You see, you can put in math stuff in here, and then like there's a bunch of code, and then there's also look at how nice this graph looks. And then like you could even put a video. You know, there's this program called Pygame. I guess I'll just show you, but like you can do this in Python. Look at this. You can create this whole thing in Python. It's called Pygame.
Wow.
It's so much better than like R, right?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and you can do so much. You can do so much with Python. You can graph things. You can like use it as a Word document. What else is there?
Excel.
There was another thing. Where was that one? Maybe I can download it. Actually, let me get the other one. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. All right. Let me show you what I did yesterday. So like I did this report. It's from it's just an ordinary report, but I added some few things in there that like makes it so you can see the capabilities of it. Let's see. So let me just put this on in here. Report sample. Let's go back to desktop and then let's take a look at report sample. So look at this. So this is something I did. You see this?
Wow. Wow.
Nice,
wow.
right?
Yeah.
Frying pan, yeah. This is something
so
I did.
cool.
And then yeah, a bunch of other things, a bunch of other things, a bunch of other things. And then like this is other guy.
What?
I know, like I told you, like you can this is like an image that and then this one. Like it's really nice. Like the image quality that it gives you is like it's not comparable to anything I've seen. So you can and then the capabilities that you can use, like this is pretty much a report. And then you could do this, a bunch of stuff. And then, and then you could put your references. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much Python. But like let's go back to what we were talking about. This one. Let do you want me to explain what we did first?
Yes.
Okay. So like for this assignment, he wants you guys to use two modules. These are called modules. I'm just gonna send this to you. I think it'll be helpful if you can like reproduce it.
Yes.
But the one thing is that you have to. I think I'm gonna save this as a .py. So I'm gonna send this to you. But like the very first thing you have to do is you have to import modules. Modules is what Python, like remember in R we had to use library. You had to import things.
Yes.
It's the same thing as in like Python. So like with Python you can like import, but the word for it is import. And then the reason why we're using random is we're gonna be using random variables, like random numbers. And then the reason why we're gonna use pandas is this is how you create the data frame. Like a data frame is pretty much a table. So that's the very first thing, and then the one thing that I think this one you don't actually need this. Yeah, we didn't actually need this one. This one runs without that. So the next thing here is this is a little bit similar to what we did with for loops. Do you remember the for loop and while loop in R? So what I did here is I want to create a like a sales because like it tells you to create 3 columns, right? Right, the cells 1, cells 2, cells 3.
Yeah.
So you have to create these columns using a list. So each one of this is like an element of the list. So it's a list, right? So you have to create these separately before you can create a table. So how you create that is you create an empty list, and then so when you do an empty list, you just put in 2 brackets like this, like bracket bracket. That's it. And the reason why it's empty because we're actually gonna use the random function to generate like random variables.
Okay.
And then once we create those variables or numbers, we're gonna fill in the sales column, the sales column list. And how we do that is using a for loop. So do you remember how a for loop happens? Like how the process of doing a for loop? So whatever you put inside here, um, the this is what it takes. You know, the range of 0 to 10. The reason why I did 0 to 10 is I want 10 numbers. I want 10 sales.
Yeah, because that's what it's asking for.
Yeah. So 0 to 10. So whatever you put right here, this range is how many numbers you have. 0 to 10. And the next thing is for each one of these numbers, I'm gonna put them inside a counter, and it's called I. So it's gonna take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And it's gonna put it in here. And then if you remember, we start at 0, we don't start at 1. We start at 0 in Python. So this is 0 to 10. You start with 0, but then you end with 9, and then you don't include 10. Does that make sense? Let me just kind of put something here that's kind of similar. In range, maybe 0 to like 5, and then print count. Oh yeah, you need to make sure after your for loops, you need to put a colon. If you look over here,
Okay. Got it.
you got it. Like it's from 0 to 5, but then not including 5. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because it counts 0 as the first one.
Yeah, and then so what I'm trying to do is form 10 things, right? 10 things, 10 of these guys.
Right.
So counter takes in like whatever number is inside my range, right? That's what's happening here. I'm from 0 to 10. I'm putting it in I, and then like after that, I want to generate a random number. And this is how you generate a random number. You use this random module that we have right here, and then we do this dot because we want its function. So dot random int is gonna give you a random integer between 10 to 100.
Oh.
And then so that's gonna give you a random integer, and then you're gonna store that in a variable called n. Yeah. And then so after that, like the next thing you want to do, let me just line this up. I don't like the red. So after you do that, you're gonna put the first, this n inside this empty list, right? And how you do that is you do the cells, this empty list, dot append. So like let me show you what this append does. Let's look at another thing here. So what if like I had like an empty list, right? and then I wanna append dot append maybe like one inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now let's take a look at our empty list. So it used to be empty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I appended it. I append meaning I put something inside, and now there's one in it. So let me actually put in like 1, 2. Maybe just a list. Let's just do a list. So each time you do this, right? Append to empty list. So remember, inside every time you do you append, you're putting something inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this, you're putting inside something, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So over here, every time we're going inside this loop, we get a new random variable and we're storing that in n. We're running this loop 10 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Is that like a loop now?
Yeah, like the reason why you're running it 10 times so that you can get 10 different numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, you want 10 different random numbers. So when you get 10 different numbers, you generate 10 different random numbers. You append that the same way as what I did here. Like I generate, this is not random though. I could generate a random number. I could do random dot ran int 10 to 100. So what if I did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing, but this is just like showing you what's going on inside the loop. Do you see that now?
Mm-hmm.
So there's different things inside, right?
Right.
Same as this guy. But I don't want to be writing this every single time. That's why I'm using a loop.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all I have to do, like now, if you read the prompt, all you have to change is the range of it, right? The random integer range, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So after that, I would, having 3 columns, cells 1, cells 2, cells 3, with 10 different numbers or people. I have to create a data frame. And then, so we used random already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pandas, this is the one that we have to use to create the data frame. And that's a little weird. What the heck is pandas?
The pandas is like the TDVAS or what?
Huh?
Is pandas like the TDVAS of R or is what?
Yeah. So Tdiverse, it's kind of like Tdiverse, yeah, in a way. Because you can create data frames from like pandas is the equivalent of Tdiverse, pretty much.
Okay.
But like, so how you do that though? The syntax for it. So this PD right here, this is what we
Mm-hmm.
use, right, for pandas. Instead of using like pandas, we use PD.
Okay.
So that's all you have to do. Like you do PD right here, and then that data frame. And then so how you create, because this whole line right here is creating this guy, except for mean, minus the mean. Like this whole line right here created is this guy. So inside this PD.data frame, you have to feed it. The first argument is you have to feed it a list. So when you do list zip, all these guys that you created, these 3 guys, right? You created these 3 guys, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this 3 guys, you have to put in list zip, and then cells 1, cells 2, cells 3. That's what you have to do. Like this like list zip cells 1, cells 2, cells 3. It's just something you have to remember. Like this cells 1, you created these 3 guys, right?
Right.
And then the very first thing you do is you have to feed in order for you to create this data frame, you need to feed it this the columns that you're gonna make. And then how you type that is list zip cells 1 cells 2 cells. Okay. And then the next thing is, so you have your columns now. What about your row names? These guys, S1, S2 to S10. S1, S2, S3, S4, all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that you need to write is this index.
For the rows.
Yeah, for the rows. The first argument was the column. Now you want the rows. And he tells you that. He wants you to write S1 to S10. So that's what we have to do. And then the last argument are the names of your columns. These guys. And this is how you do it. You do columns equals bracket, bracket, cells 1, cells 2, cells 3. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. And then so this next one, we'll cover it again. I'm just trying to explain this so that you have like, this in your disposal. I mean, it's pretty much done. You just have to do 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then so my df right here, the mean. This is the one that he wants you to do, right? For you have to calculate the mean, I think for C.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so how do you create this new column? And this is all you have to do. It's really easy. It's so much easier than in R. To create a new column, you create like you just do like your the name of your data frame,
Mm-hmm.
and you put inside in brackets the name of your column, mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you make it equal. What is the mean? What is the mean? It's just this guy plus this guy plus this guy divided by 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you have to do. You put my df. Does this sound make sense? Like I guess I kind of skipped that part, but so you created my df, right? You have this guy my df, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to access kind of like what we did just I think the other day, remember with the brackets,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wanted to filter like only I want to see cells 1 only. Then all I have to do is that. That's the first column, right?
Right.
And in cells 2, all I have to do is that. And in cells 3, all I have to do is that. So the moment that I do that, you can add them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just add these guys. You can do 1 plus like my df cells 2 plus my df cells 3. Yeah. And then when you add them, you get this, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And let's divide it by 3. Let's divide it by 3. What it added each row. This value is each row. Like
Okay.
when I did the my ds, like cells 1, cells 2, cells 3, it added all the rows.
Okay.
And then you divide that by 3 because there's 3 numbers to get the mean. And you say it's the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like, so that's the equation to get this actual thing, but then you want to put it inside this data frame. So that's why you have to do this. My df, the name of the data frame equals. Does that make sense?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so that right there, like that's pretty much how you do it. Everything else now is just how to export it or like how to publish it. And then so if you want to publish it in Excel, you just do your data frame variable and then to Excel like this. And then like he tells you the name of it, right?
So do I copy everything or I just copy the argument?
The which one?
That line 28, if I want to transport it to Excel.
Yeah.
Do I just copy my DF to?
You just copy your DF. That's it. Whatever you put in here is what it's gonna transport. What it's gonna transfer.
Okay.
That's how you're putting this variable my DF right here.
That's it.
That's it. Simple, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then if you want to do CSV, you only change to CSV and then dot CSV.
Okay.
How was that one?
Okay.
Okay, let's try to you have how's the installation working? Like how far are you in it?
Let's see. Uh,
Let me actually send this to you so that you have this already. Let me exit. Let me see. File, new. All right. New. Text file. py, and let me put in DM week 1. DM that week 1 pie. That's good. Okay. How's it going?
Let me see where it is right now.
I'm gonna send this one to you.
Okay.
And I think he wants you to put this in a Word, right? I don't know why you need to. 1, object fill in 1 and 3. All right, that should be good. Where's the homework? Where's the homework? I thought we had the homework here. That's weird. Oh, here you go. Okay, I'm sending you the one we just talked about.
Okay.
And let's see. I guess we so that thing is still not working. Is it still working? Or is it still installing?
Let me see if it's still there. Well, I can't see it now because I think you have the screen.
Okay, let's stop sharing and then you can share your screen.
Okay. And I can share the screen. Then I can look for it.
All right, let's see.
Where did it go?
It's at the bottom, I think. All the way to the right. The Anaconda 3. Try it. The other one. Anaconda. That one, yeah. It's almost done actually. It's completed. It's actually done.
Yeah, yeah, so I can press my
See?
button.
You just had to
What
wait.
is that? Wow, we really waited.
Oh, can you check off the check boxes? Check off the check boxes. No,
Oh boy, it's already gone.
what happened?
It went so fast.
Actually, I think you're done already. Try go click on search. You know where search is? Go to
My
search and
system
then,
time?
yeah, and type in, minimize this whole thing. You don't need this anymore. You're pretty much done. Go to search and type in the Anaconda 3. Where's your search? There should be a search button in there.
Sometimes it disappears. I don't know where it goes sometimes.
It's okay. Let's go back to where it says search. Try scroll down. It should be search down on the left side. No, now they're like you know the Windows icon. Go back to that one. Yeah. Oh, actually, I see it already. Try get out of that. Click on the top. It says Anaconda prompt. The other one, the top one.
This one.
Yeah. Click on that one, and then like that's the one I actually want you to do all of this. So can you copy and paste? We're gonna install Jupyter Notebook. Copy and paste. Actually, I could control your screen, right?
Yeah, you can.
I totally forgot about that one. Okay, can I? Oh yes, I can. Oh, what? See, it's not working. I have to type it. Conda install. Let's see. Might as well just do this for you. Forge notebook. All right, let's see. It should work. Oh, it's taking its time. Why is it doing this? It's taking so long. Looks so much to minimize and maximize this thing. There you go. That's what we want. So what do you think of what do you think of Python so far? Is it doable?
Well, it's. I think it's not. The screen is not as complicated as the R screen.
Yeah, our screen has so much things going on. That's why I don't like it. It's more like the more we're actually gonna go over like some basics. We still have time, so I wanna like get to that point where we can print out like variables, kind of similar to what we did before,
Okay, okay,
and then like talk about working with pandas.
okay.
Okay, so this one is just this guy, so that we can get you, like more well versed with Python, and because I think your professor, the first homework kind of assumes like you already know some Python. How's that? He didn't even talk about it, right?
Yeah, you see, this is how they assume, but then when you ask them, when you tell them, like you tell them, okay, me, I don't have any background in
And what did they tell you?
or they tell me, oh, you're gonna make it. I even asked my new professor about it. I told him, well,
So
I
it's done. Everything's done. Let's see if it works. So every time you want to launch Jupyter Notebook, you have to
Mhm.
go to this Anaconda prompt. You know how we clicked on the windows and then you went to Anaconda prompt?
Yeah.
All you have to do is type in what I have here, Jupyter with a Y. Remember, there's a Y in Jupyter, and then Notebook. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is gonna launch like maybe one of your browsers. Let's see. It's gonna launch one of your browsers, and then you're gonna see the same thing as what I have. Oh man, it usually doesn't take that long. There you go. Finally. And it's gonna
Wow.
launch your browser, and then I'm gonna can I exit some of these?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna exit this so that we can see better what's going on. Let me just move this guy. Let me exit this, 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 this. You don't need this anymore since you already have Jupyter.
Okay.
So let's look at your Jupyter notebook. So you say it's Jupyter.
Right.
So you're gonna be working in Python in Jupyter from now on because it's like the way to go.
Okay.
You could technically not use Jupyter, but it's just way more complicated. Just to explain what these are. Uh, so like, let me just exit this. I don't like all these like bunch of stuff. And this one is, let me exit out of this as well. Uh, oh yeah, make sure you don't exit out of the Anaconda prompt.
Okay.
Okay, so if you look over here, if you want to launch your a new Python, you just have to go over here, go to new, and Python 3. When you click that, you're right here. Man, it's always loading every time, huh?
Yeah, and text agents.
Like every time you do something, it's loading. What I usually do is I exit out everything, you know. Okay, now it's working, right?
Okay.
So like you could type whatever you want in here. You could do, 1+1. And then when you want to run something,
Mm-hmm.
you just do shift and enter. So 1+1 shift and enter.
It's shift and which key?
Enter, enter.
Shift and enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe you want to do a list. Let's see, import. Then if you want to do import pandas, pd, and then that's what you do, right? You just shift and enter and type. And there's a bunch of stuff you can do. I guess let's talk about it. I think this is better because like you can see your screen, right?
Right.
Okay, so what if I wanted to? Wow, it's taking forever to import this guy. You know when there's a star here, that means it's not done. If there's a number, that means it's done. Now it's done. Okay, so let's talk about variables first. How you define a variable is really simple. You just do this, math result. That's a variable, right?
Okay.
And then when you want to do like addition, you just do 2 + 2 like that. And then like when you do like equal sign, that just one equal sign, that means you're gonna assign it. So in Python, when you're assigning it, you're not printing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can actually print it by doing one of two ways. You can either do print and then math result, whatever your variable is, or you could just type in math result without the print.
Without the print, and then just shift enter.
Yeah. So like that.
Ah.
This only works in Jupyter Notebook. The one that works every time is the one with the print. So I probably write print every time because it works with not just in Jupyter Notebook. And then the other thing to note is in Python you have like 5 different types of data. So you have what you call an integer. So if you do like type, and then maybe let's look at math result, right? And then like you see this, right? The 2 plus 2, that it gives you an integer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this should give you int. So it gives you integer right there. What if we wanted to change this? Maybe make it 2.0 or 2.5 rather, 2.5. And then you do this, you print it, you get 4.5. And let's see what it is now. This one should give you a float. So if there's a decimal, that means
Oh,
that,
because of the decimal.
yeah, it's a float. Let's actually change this now. Let's change it to a string. And I don't like this result, so let's change it to like var. So the string variable, let's call it like I love Python. Right? And then when you make sure when you're printing it, you do this. Yeah, do you have any questions so far?
No, so far it's okay.
Okay, so you do that, and then when you print it, it's gonna print it. When you see this like in Python, like the same way with like R, like each one of these guys runs separately. You have to run them separately, like before you can get something. So when you change it, you have to run it, and then run this again separately. There you go. It's different now, right? And
Now to run it, can you, if you don't do Shift Enter, can you just click on that run at the top?
where this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. So if you do this run, yeah, it's the same thing as Shift Enter.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure.
And then string that var. So let's see what it is. It's a str, which is a string. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then like another thing is like maybe booleans, true or false, right? That's another one. So that's the fourth one, boolean, boolean var. And how you type it in Python when you're defining a boolean. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like when you're defining a string, you could either do 1 apostrophe or 2 apostrophes. This is a string.
For strings.
Yeah, either 1 or 2. And then if you do a boolean, it's gonna be like this. It has to be a capital T and then everything lowercase.
It's lowercase.
Or capital F and then everything lowercase. So when you run it, and then let's look at like what it outputs. So you run it like this, and then this one right here. So you have boolean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so boolean var, and it's gonna run. It's gonna be bool, which is a boolean. And that's the fourth one. There's a fifth one which doesn't really like get used that much. It's called a none type, none variable. So they call it none, like this guy.
What does it mean? Is it just none?
Like nothing, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's like weird. Like, what the heck does this mean? So when I understood, yeah, sometimes it gets used, but very, very seldom does it ever. It rarely ever gets used. So like if you print it, oh yeah, you didn't run this one. So you run this first, none, and then run that, and then run this again. None type.
Ah.
Yeah, when you get those errors, let me know. I'll explain the errors later on. There's a bunch of like that's how you debug. Python is really nice. For example,
Okay.
like what if you didn't have the right like spelling? Let's look at that, right? Like it gives you a name error, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then look. Oh yeah, another thing is like in R it gives you those line numbers. in Python, you have to do this. You have to go to view. It's not by default. You go to view,
Uh-huh.
and then you go to toggle line numbers. The line numbers are here now. You see them?
Mm.
So
Okay.
when you say name error, none, like it says, where is it? It points to you what's happening. There's a name error in line 1. And then
Oh.
when it says name error, that just means like you didn't define non-var, because it wasn't non-var, it was non-var, right? Yeah,
Okay. Mm.
yeah. And also like let's look at other ones. So let's see. What if you wanted to do some operations? Actually, do you want to learn the like how to do a markdown first? Like,
Yeah. Right.
so in Python, you have code cells and you have markdown cells. You see the cell right here?
Mm-hmm.
So what we have right now, like we can write Python code, or we can write like Word documents. And how you change it from a code cell. This is a cell right here, a code cell. You know it's a code cell because you have this in bracket thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to change this to a markdown, you just go cell type, markdown, and look, it disappears. Now that this is a markdown. So markdown is just like another way to say it's like HTML language, but like we don't have to call it that. It's like markdown is a word. You can write words here now. So for words, like for example, what if you wanted like a heading, like data management,
Mm.
and you want this to be bold? You just put in like hashtag,
Okay.
and then you shift enter. Every time you get a new one, by default, it's always a code cell. So you always have to keep on repeating it. Now it's a markdown. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then so what if you wanted to put in like a bullet, right? A bullet is just a hyphen, like a subtraction sign, and then you type this, and then another bullet, like that. Like right now, it doesn't look like a bullet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once you run it, it looks like it changes to a bullet. Yeah.
Right.
And and if you wanted to do like a double bullet, you just have to line it up like this. But you see it's green and blue.
Mm-hmm.
If it knows that you want a sub bullet.
Oh, okay.
And then like if you wanted to do, so that's bullets. Then if you wanted to do let's see, cell type markdown. What if you wanted to do like bold? So what if bold would be like, if you do like asterisk and then you put in the word inside, just one asterisk makes it into a italicized. So right now it doesn't look like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like once you run it, it's italicized. Click back to it again, and then like what if you wanted like bold? Then you do 2 asterisks. Make sure it's in the word that you want bold is in between, and then you run it. It's bold. And what if you want it to be bold and italicized, right? Then 3 asterisks. Run it again. It's bold and italicized. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're probably wondering, how do you do underline, right? Like, how would you underline it? The underline is a little bit weird. You have to do this. Like this guy.
Really?
Yeah, and run it.
That's a lot of stuff. Let me see it again.
All you have to do is click back on it. And then there's I think I'll actually save this one. So this is how you italicize. You could just put in like comments, italicize, and then the other one is this is bold, right?
Bold, yeah. Third is
Bold.
bold.
And then this one is
Bold and italicized.
yeah, bold plus italicize. And then the other one right here is this one is underline. The underline one is a weird one.
It's really weird.
But like once you run them, oh yeah, you see how like they're not. It didn't give me an enter. It's not on a different line.
Right.
If you want to do a different line, At the end of this, you have to do this BR. At the end of each one, you have to do BR like this. What I'm doing right now.
So that the BR is standing for what?
I forgot what it says, but what it does is look at what it does. So remember, without that, it was one line.
Yeah, oh yeah, so that you can separate them.
Now a different line.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. For this guy, you don't have to do that. It knows it. Like this one, it knows that it's a new line. This one, you have to tell them that I want a new line. So you do BR at the end.
Yeah, if you don't, then you will put them
in the same line, yeah. And then so let me think if there's another one. There's another one where you can put in like an image. Let me actually get an image. It's really nice because then you can write your reports here. Let's see. So image markdown. So what if you wanted to get like the Python image? You can do. It's really nifty. Oh yeah, besides that one, you know how like this thing is a header? As many hashtags you have, it's gonna make it smaller. So like what if you had like, only 2? You see how it's making it smaller the more I have?
Right.
And then when you run it, it's like that. So it's smaller than this guy. So that there's some distinction, like what you're doing. And let's see. You can even type in expressions, which is really nice. But I don't know if like this you have to look up. That's like you could type this guy in there. Do you see what happened?
Wow.
Yeah, from that, you get this guy. Yeah.
Clean and neat.
Yeah, and you can even do. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy. So if you wanted to do an image, always never forget to change it to a markdown, because if you put it as a code, it doesn't work. So when you type in an image like this, oh, this one didn't work.
Oh.
Let me just put in like a logo that someone actually knows the. So you need to put in like a HTTP link in there. So let me find a Python logo, and then when you go to the file, and you copy. Where's the CSVG file here? Email link. No, use this file. Oh, right here. I think this is the one. So, if I wanted to put in whatever is inside the string, the quotation marks. Do you see that? So now you actually get a logo. You can get a logo. And the other thing is you can actually get a video. You could get a video that's the same as what I had before. For video, you have to put in. So make sure you change this to like a markdown. And whatever you put in here is the video, right? It's the same thing. If you look over here, it's kind of similar, right?
Right.
The only thing that you're changing is this, whatever's inside the quotation marks. So let me put in a video. Python video. So this one, maybe you want to put in like, let me see a link from YouTube. Let's see if this one works. So you just go at the link of YouTube, like a video in YouTube, and you just run it. And there you go, it works. Yeah. right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not similar to the one I have. It's actually the one I have. The link is it's better. But let's you can do that later if you wanna like experiment. Okay, so that's markdowns and then a bunch of other stuff. Let's actually take a look at when you're gonna do like comparisons or for loops. Let
Mm-hmm.
me see. Do you want to learn about if else statements?
Yes.
Okay, so an if else statement in Python is really simple. So okay, let's work with code cells now. So it's just a code cell. All you have to write is if like this, and then like if you do like status equals and then output. So whatever you put in here, let me actually put like something that's a comparison. So if this is equal 1, which is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do output equals good. And then the next thing is else. And then don't forget the semicolons. So you put if, put the comparison, you put a semicolon, or you put a colon, and then whatever is after that is it's gonna run if it's true. And then if this isn't true, then it's gonna run your else statement. Make sure you put your colon in there.
Okay.
And then so output there is bad. And then let's see what it actually printed. So it should be good, right? So when you run this, it's good. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what if you wanted to do like two, two equal 1? That's false, right?
Yeah, that's false.
So what is output?
It's equal to 1.
It's gonna be bad.
Output is gonna be bad.
So I'm gonna run this.
Equal to bad.
It's bad. Does this so this one makes sense?
Output.
Okay, let's take a look at multiple, like not just if else, but like multiple if. So you know how do you remember that there's a if else and else if?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let's take a look at this. And here's a way to maybe distinguish what it's doing. So I have this guy, right? And then what I want to do is at the beginning, I'm going to put check 1 equals true, then check 2 equals true. And I want to print at the end of this the outcome. So in Python, how you do else if is it's elif. It's not else if. It's elif. Yeah. Do you remember the else if? Like it's just a multiple if.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do this, if you remember, like so we had check two check both of these. Whatever I put inside the if condition, it's gonna check it, and if it's true, it runs it. If it's not true, it's gonna check else if, and else if, and if none of if the if else if are all not true, then it's gonna run outcome. I mean, it's gonna run else. So both of these are true, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I do this, true and true, is that true? True and true, or is that true? True and true. When you do true and true, it gives you true, right? If you do false, if you do false and true, this one gives you false. If you do false, false and false, that gives you true or false. If you do or and not, let's do and not. Let's do and not. So just know like what's happening in here. So you do true and not true. So when you do that, it gives you false because both of these are not true. And if you do like not, and this one's true, this also gives you false, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just print that so that you know what each of the if statements are doing. So the first one here is going to be our second one, not, and then true. You know what I'm doing right here? I'm just showing you what the output is of the else if conditions.
Okay.
And true. And then when you run this, so you see like the first if statement right here gives you true, right?
Right.
Then the else if right here, it gives you true, not true, it gives you false, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one not true, and then and true, it gives you false. So which one runs? Which one runs?
The first one.
What is my outcome? What's the outcome gonna be?
So it will be the first one.
It's gonna be both, right?
Yeah.
And that's
The
true.
rest is false.
Yeah. So that's good. And then what if I have like one? Let's see what happens. One and true. That's so I guess that one still gives you. Let me see. What if you had like this guy? It still gives you that guy. Hmm. So I want to do. Let me see. Two. Outcome is still both. Okay. So what if we put in like true and false? True and then false. It gives you this guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this one makes sense. Does this one make sense? Like it's just we're just checking whatever you have here. And it's kind of similar to this as well. Like whatever you have in if, it's gonna check it. If it's true, it's gonna run it. If it's not true, then it's gonna move on and move on. If none of them are true, it's gonna do else. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And let's see if you can. Here's another one. Okay, this one isn't that bad. So let's actually create a calculator. So what if you create a calculator? So there's this guy, right? But then you have to define operation first. So let's define what the operation is. So my operation is what if I wanted to add two numbers? Because that's what you're trying to compare, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's print out print answer. And then I think you need two numbers as well. So let's define two numbers. Num 21, num 2 is 3. So what I want to do with these two numbers, I want to add them, right? And then add 21 and 3. And this is just an example so that we can look at like a if else if statement.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna happen? Tell me what's gonna happen. So I have operation as add, and then first number is 21, and the next number is 3. What's gonna happen?
So it's gonna add the numbers, the 21 and the 3.
Yeah. And then where is it? What's happening here in the if else statement?
Uh,
So you have add here, right?
mm-hmm.
And it goes here, right?
Yeah, this was the first line.
And then so this equal equal. Do you remember what this is? This is a comparison.
Yeah, comparison.
So since this is add, I'm trying to compare whether add equal add. Does it? Does it equal add?
No,
Yeah, operation right here is add, right?
yeah,
So when you does it equal add?
Yeah, so that is, yeah, so that is true.
And then what happens when you have a true if state condition?
If
It's gonna run or is it not gonna run?
it's gonna run.
Okay, so if this is true, this is gonna run. And then that's it, right? Because we already
Yeah.
found a true answer, and then it's gonna go here. So it's 24, he adds it. What if I wanted to change this? What if you wanted to subtract, yeah? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens now before I run this one? So now I change this to subtract. I look at the if statement. Is operation equal add? Is that true?
It's equal subtract.
But the first statement, what is this? Is this false or true?
It's it's not true.
So it's false.
Yeah.
So if it's false, does it run or does it not run?
It won't run.
Okay, so it skips it, right?
Right.
And it goes to this else if. Okay, is
Else
my
if
yeah. So in this line, is this true or is this not true?
it's true.
So if it's true, does it run or does it not run?
It runs.
Okay, so it's gonna run this and it subtracts it. So now does it run all it doesn't run all these other ones, right? It's just gonna go to a print, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And then like what if I put in something weird here? Like maybe like that. What's gonna happen?
It's not gonna run.
Well, it's gonna be this guy, right?
Oh, it's called another thing.
Yeah, because it's none of these guys.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
thing.
That's not a thing. Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's that. And there's other ones you can do. Let's actually just preview collections. Collections, you remember we talked about lists before? Like I think the other day we talked about like creating vectors.
Mm-hmm.
So in Python, there's 4 different types. Let's just work with like the lists. So when you create a list, all you have to do is create a bracket. So for example, this one, list.var. You put in a bracket and you put in like numbers. Same with the homework, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this is how you create it. So you have a list now, and then you want to print list.var. So that's it, right? You create a list.
Mm-hmm.
So for my list, you could add like stuff to it. You could do +1. When you +1, what's gonna happen is it's gonna add 1 to all of these guys. Let me see. Times 2. There you go. That's better. So when you do times 2, it takes it as if it's a number. You know how like you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 right here?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna just double it.
Each one of them.
Like yeah, and then like you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It
okay.
just doubles it like a number.
Got you.
Okay. And like the other thing you can do in a list is you can find how long a list is. Like for example, I want to count how many things are inside this list. So like maybe like how many people, like are
Mm-hmm.
inside this list. What you have to do, remember this len. Or I don't know if we did len before, but how you do is what you have to do is you type in len and list var like that.
Okay.
And when you run it, it just gives you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing, we can talk about lists again next time. It's a very important topic. What if I wanted to like know um, inside my list, like what if I wanted to filter it? Like, what if I only wanted to know the second element, or like the first? Let's look at the first element, 1. What if you only want 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you have to do is the list var, and then you put in the bracket, and what you put in here is remember what's the first element in Python? It's 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look at this. 0 gives me 1. If you put in 1 here, it's going to give you 2.
Oh, Okay.
When you do like 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, it gives you 5. This gives you 5. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah? 0, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then what if you wanted to do a range? So maybe 0 all the way to the second number, but not including the second. So 0, 1, 2. So it's going to do only 1 to 2. Then up to the third or the fourth number. First to the fourth, not including the fourth. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Not
So
including.
0 through 3 will give after the fourth number.
Yeah, so whatever is in the beginning, it
It's
it
0.
includes it, but then whatever is at the end, it doesn't include it.
Okay.
So like for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, and there's only up to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 0, 1, 2. It doesn't include the third one right here.
Okay.
If you wanted to include 5, you just put in 4. And you really have to know what number you're in.
Gotcha.
And then besides putting numbers, you can actually put in like this thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a bunch of strings, right?
Right.
And then what if I wanted to get another thing? What if I wanted to just get like melon? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Once you like here, let me show you what happens with this thing. See? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not including that. So it's from the apple, orange, mango, banana. If I wanted to count, like maybe, what if I wanted to get melon only, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually reverse it. You can put a minus sign. So minus 1 gives you melon.
Why not orange? Why is it not giving you orange if it's -1?
If it's minus, the minus sign tells you to start from the end.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But that's not the only thing. Remember, like we start from 0 on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
If you start from the end, you don't start from 0. You start from 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So for example, like you want to get guava, it'll be negative and then
-10.
1, 2, guava.
Okay.
If I don't put the minus sign, it's gonna give me mango because 0, 1, 2.
From
Yeah.
left to right.
From left to right, you start with 0. From right
Starts
to
with
left,
0, then from right to left, it starts with 1.
yeah, and you put a negative number, negative.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like this, oh yeah, I didn't. We kind of previewed append. Remember append? We use append,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, what if I wanted to add at the end of this like strawberry, right? Strawberry, right? So let's take a look at that. What I want to do is I want to add another fruit here. So all I have to do is the variable name dot append, and then whatever fruit I want to add. And then this fruit is gonna add, this thing right here is gonna get added at the end. So let's take a look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things you can do.
Ah.
But it's like simple, it's easy, it's like short, right? The code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we'll call it a night, but like, what do you think of this? Is it easy? Is it hard?
Mm.
Let me actually save this one. Let's see, demo, DM, Python demo 1.
All right.
And where is this being saved? I forget where it's being saved. You may have to find this file somewhere because sometimes it's not in the right place.
Okay.
It saves it where you have this guy right here, notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll mess around with this next time. You can either like, so this is a notebook. You can actually save this as a .py, but this is a notebook file. As you can see over here. Cool. All right.
All right.
So yeah, for this week, I'll be busy, but like, let's meet again on either Friday or Saturday. But I did send you the homework one already, right?
Yeah, I just hadn't opened it.
Okay, yeah, just I sent you the Word document. You just have to fill in number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
And then I gave you as well the .py,
Okay.
the file that he wants you to submit.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes with like the emailing your professor.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, we can do
Mary.
Friday or Saturday, whichever day you choose. You can just
Okay,
put it
yeah.
in.
I think Friday, maybe like 6, or maybe Saturday, like cause like I'll be only available on Friday on like at 6 my time,
Okay.
or like we could do Saturday anytime.
Okay, then let's do Saturday anytime.
Okay, cool. Have a good night, and I'll see you.
Alright,
Talk to you soon.
thank you so
Cool.
much.